Recently, rapper A$AP Rocky was arrested in Sweden as a result of a physical altercation with Swedish citizens. Being arrested in a foreign place can be a scary experience, so if you travel to another country, be sure to follow these tips on how not to break the law and get locked up abroad. 1. Know and follow the laws. This seems like a no-brainer, but many people actually don't take the time to research the laws in a foreign country. JetCost, a flight comparison site, found that 63% of people don't look up the local laws of the country they're visiting. Just so you don't make any assumptions, here are 5 activities you probably didn't know were actually illegal in other countries. Frowning. You're meant to be happy when you go on holiday, right? Well, in Milan, Italy, they're determined to make sure that you are. According to an old law which has never been overturned, it's illegal not to smile and is punishable by a fine. The only people who are exempt from the rule are people in hospitals and those attending funerals. So unless something bad happens to you while you're there, you might want to make sure you have a smile on when you're walking around town. Swearing. If you're off to Australia, you're going to have to wash your mouth out because there are laws against offensive language in Queensland, Victoria, and New South Wales, all of which are very popular tourist destinations. Swearing is what's called a summary offense in these places, meaning that if you're arrested and charged, your case could be heard by a magistrate or a judge, and they don't take it lightly either. In Queensland and Victoria, being found guilty of offensive language could land you in prison for up to 6 months. Having sex. In Abu Dhabi and various other UAE countries, having sex outside marriage is seen as a highly punishable offense. In 2017, a Ukrainian citizen discovered she was pregnant with her boyfriend's baby while the pair were holidaying in Dubai. They were both arrested on charges of having had sex before marriage. It's also against the law to live together or to share the same hotel room with someone of the opposite sex to whom you aren't married or closely related, and anyone found guilty of doing so runs the risk of prosecution, imprisonment, and/or a fine and deportation. 2. Respect the culture. Cultures in other countries can be very different. You have to be aware that certain gestures and actions can be viewed as offensive. If you don't avoid them, you could risk ending up in a physical confrontation that lands you in prison. Here are some examples. Throwing a thumbs up. In a lot of countries, especially in the Middle East, Latin America, and Russia, a thumbs up basically has the same meaning as holding up a middle finger does for Americans. Showing the soles of your feet. In many Muslim, Hindu, and Buddhist countries, showing the soles of your feet is a sign of disrespect. They're considered the lowest and dirtiest part of the body, since they touch the ground. Men and women should cross their legs with caution. Keeping your shoes on. While you probably think you're doing the world a favor by keeping your socks under wraps, in most Asian and Caribbean cultures, it is expected that you take your shoes off when entering someone's home. Touching. Americans are notoriously friendly, but hugging and touching others, even if it's only on the arm, is offensive in places like China, Thailand, Korea, and most of the Middle East. Respect of personal space varies from country to country. Keep that in mind whenever you're traveling. As you've seen, laws and customs of other countries can be surprisingly different. Hopefully these tips keep you having fun and staying out of trouble. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. For more videos, click subscribe and turn on the notifications. Thanks for watching. This is Top Tips, tipping you off.